All right, South Florida High School Sports. We're here at Coral Springs High School with Emily Netburn, our January winner for Autonation Scholar Athlete of the Month Award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So talk a little about, first of all, what's your GPA and what sport do you participate in?
My GPA is, do you want weighted or unweighted?
Whatever.
My weighted is a 5.0, and the sport I do is cross country, track, both.
Okay, so how did you get into cross country?
In 8th grade, I finally got enough guts to try out for the track team at my middle school, and thank God I did, because I, at the regional middle school meet, which is like 3 schools, Coach Brantley saw me and he stopped me afterwards and he said, "You have something special in you. You've got to run cross country for us." And I said, "What is even cross country?" Like, I was running an 800, and so you triple that and you have the size of, or quadruple that, and you have the size of a cross country race, and so that was kind of crazy for me. I didn't even know, and I went out that summer and I absolutely adored it. I fell in love with the sport. I fell in love with running. The people out there were amazing. I couldn't leave.
So talk about, you know, obviously with a GPA that high, the workload must be tremendous. Talk about your work ethic, how you've managed to balance, you know, your schoolwork and your athletics and be as successful as you have been.
I think it's a lot about knowing what to sacrifice, when to sacrifice, and you know, if you have a huge project coming up and you have, you know, practice on that day, but you know that practice usually takes longer than a run you could do on your own, especially for a sport that's as individual as cross country and track. I could do the run on my own at home faster than I would at practice, and then I would go home and I would do all of my homework. If I had, you know, a big meet coming up, I would, you know, hold off on some of homework that I could hold off on and turn it in later. It's give and take. It's working with the coach and working with your teachers and, you know, figuring out what is the best way to do everything all at once, because it's not easy to do it all the time. I only have 2 arms and 2 legs. I'm not running for the school at a collegiate level or club level, I don't think, because I've already paid my tuition deposit to University of Florida, so I'm super excited for that. It's very academic. I'm hoping to major in English and journalism. I'm not really there for any sports whatsoever, but I know that I would like to continue to run distance. I just recently finished my first half marathon, and that was one of the greatest races I've ever done. It's the longest distance I've ever run in one shot, but I loved it so much that I know that throughout my college years I'm going to keep training and try to do half marathons and maybe even work my way up to a marathon and see what happens.
So UF, how hard of a choice was that for you? And what made UF stand out for you versus some of the other schools you were looking at?
It was hard because I had a different idea of where I was going to go and what I was going to do, and I thought I was going out of state. I thought I was going to be majoring in film. I had all of these ideas, and then when it came down to it, I knew what I wanted to do, which was English, and I knew the best place to go, which was UF in Florida, where I got accepted, and I was, you know, it was the best choice for me. It was the greatest school I got into for the least amount of money, with a really great journalism program and a really great English program, and I figured, why would you pass all of that up? So that's where I'm headed.
All right, so, you know, kind of goal related, where do you see yourself in, you know, 4 years? 4 years. Well, hopefully on my way to New York City, hopefully, you know, with some kind of internship or job lined up with a magazine or a newspaper or my own self, or, you know, somewhere in that kind of artsy, businessy world, and definitely writing all the time. I'm hoping that in 4 years from now that I will definitely have perfected, or not that you could perfect, but gotten close to perfecting, like, my techniques and my writing and my skills, and I want to see where that will take me. And I definitely want to live in a big city where there's a lot of things going on and things are happening, and everything's a little bit different. It's all a little bit more cultural, and there's just constantly something, and that is exciting and new to me, and I would like to enjoy that. So part of winning this award means that $1,000 goes from Autonation directly to the cross-country team. So if you had any say on what they would do with that money, what do you think they should use that $1,000 for? $1,000 is a lot of money. money say as to what they did with $1,000, I would definitely say it would go towards extras, because we have uniforms and we have transportation and we have, you know, everything we need to, you know, have a great season and have great kids, but not everybody that runs is as privileged as some of us. And you know, all you need for the sport is a good pair of running shoes, but a good pair of running shoes is hard to come by. So I'd like to create kind of a fund where if a kid needed running shoes or needed spikes or racers, that they could have that, and we wouldn't have to worry about burning them with $100 or $120 worth of shoes. We could just take it right out of the account. That would be what I would want.
All right, so you're eligible for at the end of the year we have a Scholar Athlete of the Year luncheon, so you, your coaches, and family will be invited, and you'll be eligible to win the Scholar Athlete of the Year, which would send another $5,000 to the cross-country team here at Coral Springs High School. So congratulations, continue the hard work, and best of luck at the next level.
Thank you.
All right.